I've just arrived in ancient Egypt, and I already got my first surprise. Forget the pyramids. The Nile is where this civilization actually comes alive. Let's go see why. Rule number 1 of time travel: don't be the only person dressed like they're from another centuries. Now, let's see what everyday life in ancient Egypt actually looked like. I thought the Nile was just a river, but look at this. This is Egypt's highway. Food, trade, workers, everything travels through here. Without the Nile, there simply wouldn't be an ancient Egypt. I knew the Nile was important, I just didn't expect it to be this busy. Everyone's here, farmers, traders, fishermen. It's like the entire country starts its day on this river. I thought the city was built beside the Nile, but it feels more like the city was built around it. Now I want to know where all of that's going. I'm following the grain, because if everyone's carrying it, it's probably going somewhere important. I think I found breakfast. Okay, that's really good. So, what exactly am I eating? I don't speak ancient Egyptian, but I think he's giving me the whole recipe. Honestly, food might be the easiest language to learn. And it looks like breakfast is just getting started. Wait, what is that smell? I was going to keep walking, but apparently my stomach has other plans. I think I've officially been spotted. May? Okay, this is happening. Paying attention? That looked a lot easier 5 seconds ago. There we go. Turns out, people haven't changed nearly as much as I thought. That's strange. Everyone out here is so busy. I think he just invited me in. No pressure. Please don't let me rewrite Egyptian history. He makes it look ridiculously easy. Mine, not so much. Okay, round 2. Hey, I actually did it. 3,000 years later, someone still had to teach me how to write. I've been hearing that hammering ever since I got here, and I have a feeling it's worth investigating. Wow, this isn't a monument. It's a construction site. You want me to help? This should be fun. Okay, this is a lot heavier than it looked. Oh, it's all about timing. Turns out they're not just strong, they're incredibly organized. Everyone notices the people moving the stones, but listen to this.
One careful strike at a time. That's how this entire wall comes to life.
Please don't let me be the reason historians get confused.
Thankfully, this isn't the real wall.
No pressure. Wait, I actually chipped the stone. Mine might need another 3,000 years of practice. Every masterpiece starts with one careful mark. Hold on, these are painted? I think this is one of the biggest myths about ancient Egypt. Today we imagine Egyptian temples as plain stone, but 3,000 years ago they were bursting with color. The gray ruins we know today are only what's left after centuries of sun, wind, and time. Everyone seems to be heading in here, and it feels completely different. We often picture temples as monuments, but for the people living here, this wasn't a tourist attraction. It was part of everyday life. Hang on. Why is the pharaoh twice the size of everyone else? He obviously wasn't a giant. Egyptian artists use size to show importance, not reality. The more powerful someone was, the larger they appeared. So when you look at these carvings, you're not just reading a story, you're learning the rules of how Egyptians saw their world. You could spend hours looking at these walls, and that's exactly what they wanted. These aren't just decorations, they're stories carved into stone. They show how people lived, worked, celebrated, and worshipped. Long before books were common, walls like these helped preserve Egypt's memory for generations. Interesting. Nobody's going any farther. And that's because the deepest part of the temple wasn't open to the public. Most Egyptians would never see what was beyond those doors. Is that food? Wait, are they feeding the god? Because as strange as it sounds, that's exactly what they believed. Every day, priests would present food, clothing, and offerings to the temple's divine resident. You know, I came here expecting to learn about pharaohs. Instead, I ended up meeting the people who actually kept ancient Egypt alive every single day. And honestly, I feel like I've only scratched the surface. There are still royal tombs, hidden stories, and entire cities waiting to be explored. So this definitely won't be my last stop in ancient Egypt.